Looking that up.
Yep.
This is our December 17th show, and this will be the last show, last live show until after New Year.
Right.
And our after New Year's show, Dale, will be, remember last year we talked about the winners and losers of the year, and the biggest winners, the biggest losers, the memorable deaths, and things
Did they
like
just carry
that.
over? Or?
Yeah.
Or is there new ones?
There's new ones.
Okay.
I will
Doggone it. More work
get the
to
sheet
do.
with you.
Yeah.
We have with us here the owner, Joe of Joe's Pizza. And he controls Highway 20.
I don't control it.
Joe Steinbrod. Joe, thanks so much for having us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I sure appreciate it. It's great.
It is. So, Joe, how old were you when you started Joe's Pizza here in
20 years old.
20 years old.
Yeah.
And what made you decide to do that?
Well, I bought the arcade, and I knew there had to be something else. Arcades were dying at the time. It was 1982, so they were dying at the time, and I knew something else, had to be in here, and so I thought maybe a pawn shop. No, my brother knew Steve Waskow from Independence, who had Steve's Pizza at the time, so he said he'd help me out with it, and I bought my dough from him to start out with, and opened in May of 1983.
There was an article about you and George testing recipes for pizza crusts. That was in the Citizen Herald. Did you actually work at a bunch of them, or?
I've tweaked everything over the years. Like right now we're using a Italian wheat that's supposed to be much easier on your digestive system. It costs about 2.5 times as much as what the regular flour does, but people have, that are celiac, not celiac, but if they have some issues with that, they're able to eat this without any problem.
So that's great.
Yeah, it's my family, my wife, and one of my boys has it to a certain degree, and this they can, we started buying that flour to make cookies and cakes with, and then we seen that it worked real good for pizza, so we started using it for that.
Joe, do you remember who bought your first pizza?
I have no idea. I'm old, Jim. I forgot a lot of things. A lot of it, I couldn't even begin to guess that,
So of all the different types of pizzas, what's your favorite pizza to make for yourself?
I've always liked the meat lover or else plain pepperoni. I can tell you one person that was very instrumental in the early parts of Joe's Pizza was Trisha Donnelly, now Trisha Fuller. She was a big proponent.
I remember when she worked on it. Did she work at the counter ever? Or?
I don't know if she ever. I don't think she ever worked here, but she bought a lot of pizza and spread the word around. Got around very quickly. She was a big
advocate.
Of it. Yeah. I mean, they always say word of mouth is your best advertising, and we did. But I remember that's so I don't know that she was the first customer, but I know she was a very early customer. So.
Well, my son talks about he and his buddies came down to do the arcade during the day, and how you didn't kick them out, so I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
So.
I opened. At that time I was open, 11 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock on weekdays, and then midnight on Friday and Saturday. The market was there for it. And now we close at 8 because people don't need as late now. But so I was open till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. A lot of times on weekends. Because of people staying here. And playing games and
it's hard work running a restaurant of any kind, isn't it?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, I always tell people I've never had to work a day in my life because I've loved everything I've done.
Yeah. I saw in the article that your sister and your high school kid were your first helpers. This is a 1983 article. I'm assuming it was correct.
Yeah, and you probably know more about it from reading the articles than I remember.
Well, I don't know. He wasn't that good a reporter, but
Nancy worked right away in L.A. did too. Two of my sisters did.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you remember the kid that worked for the first high school kid? I know you had so many.
Dean Peterson was one of the first. He said that the Matichek boy he thought was before him.
Okay, John Manichek?
John,
Okay. Okay.
When was the last time you talked to John?
I haven't seen him in years and years.
Yeah.
I've seen his sisters. He has twin sisters. I seen those probably, them guys probably 5 years ago.
Yeah. I see Carol just passed away recently, within the last 6 months.
But it's amazing how many, I always think it's not like a business like this hires kids to do a lot of the work. And I think kids really learn something, like having a job and having to be responsible for like somebody's food. It's a big deal. So.
Yeah, they're still not responsible. But I appreciate you saying that. No, they are, and that's really when I started expanding as they got older. And it's like, hey, you need more hours. We better open another place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you have one here in Independence in Manchester also?
Yes.
Okay, those three.
Yeah, and I had one in Guttenberg, but I sold that one to my nephew. So my sister boy Nancy, she had one in Strawberry Point.
Okay.
And she sold that because Guttenberg got busy, so she went and helped him. So, yep.
So you're still involved with the day-to-day operation pretty much, or?
Not a lot. I mean, I don't have hours.
Sure.
You know, if something goes bad, I'll either fix it if I can fix it or call somebody that can, and I check on numbers, make sure they, the labor and food costs. And
Sure.
I do that to a certain degree. I'm trying to get the kids to do that, to pay attention because I can't.
Yeah. Well, I came in, I know, 2 or 3 years ago, and you were there, you were making pizzas here, and I thought, oh, all right, things are going, something good's happening.
So who's in charge of each store for you, Joe, right now?
Well, Carter pretty much does Jesup, and then Brooklyn is Independence, and she has several helpers there that are very good. And then my wife pretty much does Manchester. Now, I was doing it for a while, but she does a much better job than me, so she came in and is doing good things there. So.
Well, that's great. It's amazing, small town boy, because you didn't go to food school or business school or anything like that. You just kind of picked it up and went with it.
I never went to any kind of schooling for it. I've been to different places to, like for the food license you have to have and stuff. And I've been to different conventions for, and most of that was to find different stuff. But just talking to people, and like I say, it's still a matter of tweaking everything because everything changes. The product that you get, it never stays the same. So you gotta keep working with it constantly.
Well, this is the only product available that everyone in my family will eat. And I get big city guys have been, and they think this is as good a pizza as anywhere in the world. So they all, when we get here, that's one meal we don't have to worry about because we know we have Joe's Pizza.
We've done real well over the years and with that, through word of mouth from people around here. So.
The thing is, restaurants just don't last forever. And yours have lasted forever, Joe. You're correct.
I see the other side of that because I have the restaurant supply store, selling equipment, and I can tell you, I know for the last 10 years at least, that number one or number two reason that people go out is because they can't find the people to work, and we've had real good luck with that. It ebbs and flows. Sometimes you're like, oh, we're having trouble now, but we've always been, it's.
What do you owe that to, Joe?
I don't know. God loves me. You try to take care of the people the best you can, and I've kind of got out of that part of it because I'm not the best with people, but my wife is very good, and some of the kids are, some of them not so much. So we try to get the good people. My daughter Brooklyn is real good at hiring. She's hired a lot of the really good people that we've had. She just seems to have a nose for that. So we put it. Hey, we need somebody hired. We need somebody hired. retired.
So if someone walked in, say a kid just out of high school, how much apprenticeship or learning time would they need before they were capable of creating or making a pizza, or you would trust them to run the place for a while? Or
It's very different. It matters so much to the person. I kid you not, I can have a 13 or a 14-year-old come in here and pick it up, and within a few days, the kids will say, well, she's already making or he's already making pizzas, after the second day working. So, and then sometimes it just doesn't happen. It goes on, and no matter how much you train them, it's not for them. So they,
I was thinking, like the toppings are pretty much the same. Is it the crust that makes one different, or is it the sauce that makes one pizza different than another company's pizza? Or what's the most important thing?
When people ask me that, I always say it's the entire thing, because some people, you have people that say it's the sauce. You got to, if you don't have the sauce, you don't have nothing. And they spice it up, and then that's all you taste. I say it's everything. It's quality is the main thing. But you get good products. You get like I told you, the flour we pay about 250% more. Cheese is another 40-50 cents a pound more than what regular cheese is, because we go after the high quality cheese. Grande, it's known all over. We went down to Florida, and the place that I bought a place down there last year or sold it this year, because it was real hard to get people down there. But they use Grande cheese. It's all over, because it's a very high quality. And just like everything, we try to. My sister Nancy was there. She knew like the chocolate shop ice cream and stuff. She found a lot of the stuff that we use, because it was, you go out and the gluten-free crust. We went out just for something to do. Richard, back after he had bought the place there probably 10, 12 years ago in Carter, when he was just being 18 years old and started working, and we said, hey, let's find something, pay attention, we tried all the meats and everything. Well, before then, 10, 12 years ago, it was it was a problem 20 years ago. I know Randy Reese, you remember Randy Reese? Yeah, he had celiac real bad, so he'd bring a crust in. And so I tried it from Martin Brothers and my other, Performance, and the guys, it all tastes like cardboard. It was good. Well, we went out there, and it was like, wow, that's really good. And I'm like, let's order some of them in, because you taste it out there, and you say, yeah, it's good here, but what do they do? Do they have that product? And we got it. And, the gluten-free, we have people come from all over for the gluten-free, because we sell a lot of it, because it's really, it's a really good. It comes as a frozen crust, but it's really good. It's a really good high quality gluten-free. And we have cauliflower crust too, but the gluten-free ones, we sell a whole lot of them, because of just quality.
So of all the people that have made Joe's Pizzas for you, Joe, if you were to bring in somebody to make a pizza for you tonight, of all your bakers over the years, who would you bring in?
Oh, you're going to get him in trouble now. So.
I know a lot of them make really good pizzas, and I always tell people when they say, oh, I had a really good pizza, I say, oh, you must have been hungry. Because that's the biggest thing when you think you get a really good, it's because you were hungry, and you can taste everything, so much better, and that's,
Well, I've got here my 5 favorite Joe's pizzas, and I go from 5 to 1, and you're gonna, and I'm so impressed, Joe. You're gonna find out why in just a little bit here.
Okay.
Number 5 for me, my favorite, is the rodeo pizza.
Okay.
Have you ever had the rodeo pizza? Have you had the rodeo pizza? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. Number 4. The margarita pizza.
Margarita. Okay.
Not a lot of places make that. So I like that.
Yeah, we don't make that all the time. We have that like a monthly. 1 month out of the year, 2 months out of the year.
Number 3, the holiday pie dessert pizza. Dessert's good all the time, Gail. Number 2 is sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour chicken? Or
Yeah, sweet and sour chicken. And the number 1, Joe's Pizza. And this is what I love about Joe's Pizza. I love the thin crust meat lovers.
Oh yeah, meat lovers. I've always liked that too.
The meat lovers.
We sell a lot of meat lovers, a lot of special, and a lot of pepperoni. You know, those are probably the 3 big ones.
So, do you know the history of the margarita
I
pizza?
don't.
Oh, she's a queen in Italy.
Yeah.
And they served her 3 pizzas, and one of them had the sauce and basil and mozzarella cheese, which is the colors of the Italian flag. And that's the one she loved the best. And
Yeah.
it was, before that, it had been a poor person's meal.
Yeah.
Just to eat pizza, you could walk around with it. It was very cheap. But after she ate it and liked it, well, then all the royal guys were like, oh, this is all right. They had big banquets with nothing but pizza.
Yeah.
And so actually, she's the one. She made pizza for you guys. So,
Yeah.
made it very popular. You didn't know that, did you?
I did not know
I looked it up. Yeah. Okay.
Breaking news
I'll
here,
remember
Joe.
that though. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what you put on it? Or?
Yeah, you put the sauce down, then you put it's fresh mozzarella. They're mozzarella balls, and then tomatoes, and then basil.
Basil, yeah, that's the recipe they have in here.
And
So,
it's very simple, but yeah.
do you know, like Columbus and the other Spanish explorers were so important to the development of pizza?
I did not.
Okay, do you know why? Okay, well, they brought tomatoes back from the New World to Italy, and they started putting tomatoes on pizza, and then somebody mushed it up and made a sauce out of it. That's what.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't happen until after.
Yeah, until America had been discovered, because they had no tomatoes in Italy or anywhere else until they came back from the New World. So,
I did not know that either.
see there, I'm two for 2 here, man.
You guys are teaching me about pizza.
There you go.
I appreciate it.
Well, Joe, thank you. We have 3 artists with us tonight. Billy Joe Oldakowski is over here. She is also painting. She is from between Denver and Oren in that area. Okay.
You're done with me.
Yes, you can.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, thank you.
We have Piper Zelli, a Jesup girl with us. And we have, thank you. And we have John Decker from Independence with us tonight. And he's giving away prints. But right now we have.
Did you say John's giving away lots? He's got a lot of prints there that he's just, if you'd like one or more, he'd like to move on. He gave me this one here. So one he did about a Vietnam soldier, and when I talked about being in Vietnam, which he also was, well, he's only got one here. So he does nice work, very fine.
It is incredible, isn't it?
Pen and ink. So
and we have actually during our show that we did from home, Dale and I wrote a letter to Santa that day, and today I received a letter back.
A letter from Santa.
And Joe Olson is going to read that online here, or read that for us in a little while after he finishes his pizza.
Oh, okay.
So
we have a guest reader.
yeah,
That's great.
It is. So we want to thank Joe again for having us.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Joe, did we forget anything? I didn't mean to run your way there. Thank you so much, by the way, for the pizza as well.
Okay.
So you're more than welcome to sit down and be with us as we do this.
You just, if you need something, if you think of something else, I'll try to get Carter to come over too to talk about
Yes.
the golf simulator.
Okay. All right. Dale, don't forget, we have Mason's top 100 songs.
I've been trying to forget it because I haven't done too well the last couple of weeks.
Well, and Mason realized that. I got a text from him the day before yesterday.
He's feeling sorry for me, isn't he?
He felt bad, but I have today 59 to 50.
Okay, we might be getting closer to what I know about. Yeah.
If we had music rights and it had a few $1,000s, we would have those music rights.
Well,
but
yeah, we could hum a few bars and not have to pay so much. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here is number 59.
In other words, you're telling me not to sing anything, right? But you can't afford me.
Recognizable.
Yes.
Recognizable.
Recognize. All right, I will do that. So.
Okay, number 59. You know this one, Yesterday.
Yesterday by the Beatles. Yeah, wonderful
Okay.
song.
Okay, so Mason, they all knew that one.
Yes.
Okay. Number 58, The Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits.
Yep.
You know that one?
Yes, I do. That's a good song.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
They
They don't like any horn playing band. See, that's not what they call rock and roll. It's part of that song. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
The Greg Kuhn Band, The Breakup Song.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Me either. Mason, we don't know that one.
Okay.
Sorry. And then number 56, Rush and Tom Sawyer.
I don't think I know that either.
That one
No.
either. And number 54, Rush, Working Man.
Okay. If it's Rush, I don't know.
Yes, we
I
don't
don't
know.
recognize that group at all. So.
Here's one though, Hank Williams Jr.
Okay.
and Family Tradition.
Okay. Hank Williams Jr. I do know some of his work.
Yep.
Yep. Family. I'm not sure how Family Tradition. It's all these. If you heard it a little bit, you recognize it. You know, because it just.
That was one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh, okay.
At one point,
So you know it
I
real
that.
well. Okay.
Number 52, Brooks and Dunn, Heartbroke Out of My Mind.
Okay. Brooks and Dunn, I know. I don't know if I know that song or not.
That
I
one
guess.
either. Number 51, Light My Fire, The Doors.
By the Door. Yeah, one of my favorite songs.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
I
go,
like the
Mace.
long album cut
Yeah.
with all the music in it. Yeah, I love that. So.
Okay. And number 50 is Peter Frampton, Show Me the Way.
Show me the way. Okay.
You know that one?
I do know that one.
I don't know that
I
one.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. So this is Steve Brown Arts Center Podcast Network. We're coming to you live from Joe's Pizza in Jesup, Iowa. And we have 3 artists tonight. Make sure you get down and see those artists. We have John Decker giving away some free art, or some free prints over there. We have Piper Zelli, and I bought a piece tonight from Piper. She did a piece of Banksy that I really like, and I'll show that to you after a while. And then Billy Joe Scholl Oldakowski is here, and she's painting as well as showing pieces. Don't forget, Dale, she's showing in M's Coffee as well this month.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, so she's doing a tree tonight. I think she asked me for it, and I said, well, she wanted to do a tree or a snowman or a cardinal, and I suggested she paint a tree with a snowman underneath and a cardinal sitting in the tree. And so, as far as I know, that's what she's doing. I can see the tree from here, but it's a sideways view. But actually, there's 2 trees. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can see how they do it. To me, it's fascinating how they can just put some paint on, and pretty soon it's you can just see the image. It's just very nice. So.
Now we have with us one of our sponsors here, Derek Marty, is here getting pizza, and I didn't want to bother him, but
Why not?
we might get him over here when he has a chance. He's picking up some things. When you get a chance, Derek, stop over. All right? Thank you. Derek has been with us since the inception, if you remember, when we did the story show
that's when I first met him, was at the story time at the museum in Chatham, Littleton.
Yes.
And he told about his work and working on cars and his problem with his sight and this sort of thing, and was very interesting. So
that is still to this day one of our number one shows.
Oh, is that right? For people go into that, because there were some neat stories in there that people came up with to tell. We had some nice people there, so that was fun.
I've got a little advice for people. Never be the last one. I was the last one that night, and people were ready to go by the time I went that night. So next time I will schedule myself first.
And then everybody else could be compared to you, right? So that's the way to do it. Instead of people waiting to go home. But well, I don't remember how many. If there were 5 speakers, or and you tell people, keep it to 10 minutes, but sometimes stories don't fit into a time slot, or people respond, and so you talk, and so it's hard. So, I thought the audience was very responsive and very nice to us too. So
they were. So Joe, we understand you have breaking news for us. You have.
Now, how much of this is going to be edited?
This is live right now, Joe.
Live?
This is live on YouTube.
So the whole anonymity of Sam Shelper is shot.
really,
This is Joe Olson reading something from AI.
You're reading a letter from Santa.
AI generated.
Well, you have to say that AI stuff.
Well, I certainly do, because it didn't come from me.
Oh well.
No, Joe,
I couldn't be
you're
that
just
creative.
reading
I
it.
could not be that creative.
You're
let me
just
tell you.
reading it. Yeah. Gillespie likes that AI stuff.
So I have to tell you, I'm involved in helping kids with reading at school. And one category that always trips them up is fluency and expression. So when I read this, I'm going to have great fluency and expression.
Yeah. So what grade level are you working with?
Well, this is third.
Third grade.
And they do this testing. How do you test, and why is it important how you read out loud?
Yeah, well, because that way the teacher can hear what you can read.
Well, if you can hear.
Yeah, so I saw it was at the back of a novel, and the author wrote about how important it is for kids to read books for enjoyment, and the percentage of people who do really, really well in life that start out as kids who read for enjoyment, which is fantastic. How much better
And then there's
kids
some
do.
basis to that in terms of how reading is valued in the family, and
Yeah,
parents
sure.
read to the kids, and all that kind of stuff.
Because I know people that started reading to the baby before the baby was born. And I remember in church singing hymns and making my kids, they would follow along in the hymn. I got my finger, here's this word, this is what we're saying. And I think it really did help. And every chance you get. So.
One of my biggest regrets is I was more interested in shooting hoops with my kids than I was in reading to them. And that's just, you can't look back on it, but I'm kind of giving back, I guess, by reading.
And I think it's wonderful that you're helping the kids, because they do need help. And I think it's still true they need to see men doing stuff like reading or that sort of thing, and not just driving nails or whatever, shoving cement. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, well, for sure. But I need the script.
There you go. So let me set this up for you, Joe, before you go. So
drum roll.
this is, so Joe and I were talking, and Joe wondered how Santa would see the United States in 2025, and so
The old Christmas letter.
Yeah.
the old Christmas letter. I Christmas letter to AI, and AI responded, and this is what we received from Santa.
Exactly. So here we go.
All right.
Ho, ho, ho. What a spectacle the United States has become in 2025. It's Santa Claus here, and let me tell you, the sleigh ride over this land is bumpier than ever. The chimneys are clogged with subscription boxes, the stockings are stuffed with buy now, pay later debt, and the milk left out for me is oat-based, almond-based, or some laboratory concoction that tastes like regret. The elves keep asking why Americans need so many gadgets. Smart smart fridges, smart toilets, smart doorbells, yet somehow the people themselves seem less sharp than ever. I fly over malls turned into Amazon warehouses, and I wonder, did anyone ask for this dystopian gift wrap? The reindeer complains about the air traffic, dodging drones delivering packages faster than I can say Merry Christmas. And don't get me started on politics. Every year, the naughty list grows longer, and the nice list shrinks to a post-it note. Folks scream about freedom while chaining themselves to screens, scrolling endlessly for outrage. Even Rudolph's nose can't cut through the fog of disinformation. Still, I keep delivering joy because someone has to. But honestly, America, if you don't start believing in magic again, I might just relocate the North Pole to Iceland.
Very good.
You betcha,
Very good.
Wonderful.
How'd I do?
You did.
Fluency and expression.
Oh, fluency and expression, top notch. I would grade you high. Yeah.
Sorry.
I give you a good, your parents would get a good report.
Oh, gosh. I grew up in a family with an English teacher. That'd be important.
Yes, it would. You're right.
Okay, guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And everything. I have 2 grandsons. They grew up in a family where 3 out of their 4 grandparents were teachers, so they didn't have a chance.
You know, that's how everybody used to take their. Remember how we used to write for the school newsletter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You were assigned.
You were assigned, yeah.
So many times a year.
And so everybody used to take their articles to either Andrews or Strable.
Okay.
And they used to just pucker. I used to just, oh my gosh, Andrews is going to butcher me. And to both of their credits, they would give suggestions. They wouldn't butcher my writing.
Yeah.
Because they understood. They understood.
I think you feel like if it's coming from the school, it should be right.
Yes.
And the only way to get it right is to have somebody read it beside yourself. Because I find you read your own stuff, and the word you meant to put in there is not there, but you read it anyway because it's in your brain.
In your mind.
And so you need to have other people read your stuff. And there's some point, and sometimes it's hard to convince some adults that if you're putting this out for this organization, it needs to be right. And you need to take care and not put something out there that makes us all look like we don't know what we're doing. Right. And so I think that's very important. So, and since you start using AI, your stuff is just letter perfect. So
Thank you. And that was my intention. But I see Derek Marty's ready to sit down here and talk with us a little bit. How
Is this the wrestling table?
I've never seen the guys so eager to
Good to see
chat.
you here. I'm offering you my hand here.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing fine. Nice to see you again.
Yes, you as well.
I like your shirt.
You like that? It's my truck.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's driving that?
Oh, I was.
You were in there that
But the
day.
front tires weren't moving.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
like Stevie Wonder's driving in there.
Was it?
Well, that's what it looks like. A black guy with dark glasses, so can't see anything.
You got that big old grin on your face.
Yeah.
in
No,
there.
usually always.
You do. So how's things at the shop, Derek?
Good and busy. Never a slow moment. I sit pretty busy.
Now, is that little house to the west of you, is that yours? Now, are you renting that out? Or? Okay. And somebody told me it's going to be like you could get it for a week at a time or something. Was it a full time or?
Airbnb?
Airbnb,
Yeah.
I inquired on that, but I didn't think the demand was very hot in Jesup for something like that.
Yeah.
Other than holidays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure. So, okay.
Yeah,
So, it looks like a nice little place.
it is cute. I kind of like it better in my house.
Who owned that before you did?
Schmitz. You know one of them, Neil.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Neil Schmidt. Yeah.
Yeah. What's new with you guys?
Well, I don't know. It's just same story. It just week after week just goes rolling by. You do family stuff and some stuff on your own, and
Yep.
do the podcast, and then it starts all over again.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's kind of fun. I guess. It's nice when you don't have a lot of worries about work and that kind of thing. And if your mortgage is paid off and your cars are paid for, then life is pretty darn good. You can just pretty well relax and kind of do what you want.
Fish more, right?
Well, yeah, the water's all frozen over now.
Yep. It is.
Yeah.
I got a lot of fishing in this summer.
Did you? Well, good for you.
I enjoy doing that still.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Oh, now you're pushing the secret spots.
The river. The river.
Yep.
Right. It catches them in the corner of the mouth.
Yep.
Do you fish for something special or just whatever comes along?
Depends on the water. Depends on what's the hot demand in the water. But the place I've been going to is a lot of panfish.
Yeah.
Sometimes you pull some bass, carp, some pit, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's always funner to catch them on a crappie rod, a smaller lightweight hook, and you get a big one on there and
Yeah.
the pole's about bent halfway over.
I had a lady tell me your daughter caught a 40-inch northern on a Barbie pole that she was fishing with. I said, oh man.
Those are the best poles.
Well, I guess, yeah, but if you spend $300 on a fiberglass rod or whatever, and a big reel, you're catching a little bitty walleye or something, and the kid with the Barbie pole's catching a 40-inch northern one.
I've heard a lot of fishing stories with those little cartoon fishing poles that you get from Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
They cast pretty nice, though. I'm pretty impressed with them.
Oh, okay.
They do.
I'm too manly to use a pink pole. I just can't do it. So
I'm like you guys. I use the ugly stick, the small ugly stick.
Yeah, those are actually pretty popular. I got one myself.
Yeah.
Was it
We've got a
Shakespeare
couple.
that makes that?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you're right. The fight is wonderful. I've caught northern on that in the kayak, and they sort of just drag me around the river.
Yeah.
It's always a treat for me because I never know what I catch until I put it in my hands.
Oh, okay.
So can't identify it right away
Yeah.
based off the weight.
Right.
Yep.
So have you ever thought, I was going to ask you this, you know enough about cars and autos and trucks and cycles.
Sure.
That you don't have to do an hour-long podcast. You can do like a 15-minute podcast on different things about motors and things like that. And you're remarkable with your phone. You're so much better than I am with your phone. Have you ever thought of doing a podcast with over vehicles?
Over what now?
Over vehicles or cars.
Right, just pretty much recording myself and doing service work on cars. I've imaged it, but never proceeded on trying to do it. I'd probably listen to my videos and like, no, that was a terrible one, and think it wouldn't be a good one. But no, not really. I never really thought about doing that, but I'm sure it brings some inspiration to somebody out there. Because I was at that spot one time where I'm like, what do I do with my life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until you find a purpose, but sometimes somebody else's purpose helps other people find theirs.
And here's the thing, Derek, is that is just remarkable about you is you don't fear failure. I mean, you try stuff, and I'll never forget the day you called me and said, "Hey, would you come to my house and drive my car, drive us to M's, and we can have a cup of coffee?"
Yep.
And I've never driven such a nice car, Dale. Tell the audience about that car.
Well, it's a 2015 Dodge Challenger RT Plus with a track pack in it, and the color is sublime green. So it's really, even on a cloudy, rainy day, the day that we went to coffee was raining. You didn't even want to take it outside the garage. You're like, oh, it's so clean. And how would you want to? No, come on, let's go. You're driving, buddy. You don't get an opportunity to drive a little car like that.
Oh,
that's pretty fun. But yeah, it's just a little toy. I don't get to drive them, but everybody that's around me usually does. Just a little casual toy to put around with.
Now, how did you lay hands on that, Derek? How did you get that car?
Well, it kind of started out by buying fixer-upper cars and fixing them up and selling them, and taking that and turning around and buying more fixer-uppers and just flipping cars, and it came up to build up to being able to purchase something like that. So that's how I usually do most of my cars, just by flipping them and turn around and selling them.
So when they change things in cars, is it hard for you to figure out what they did and what you need to do?
There's always a change on every single different car that you work on, because there's so many different specific ways that they run things, or their computers, or even just the simplicity of brakes. They can be very complex, and some of them can be really easy. Every single one's usually pretty different on how it's designed and engineered.
So, but since you know how they work in general, you're able to figure it out?
Yep. And if I don't, I take a pause and step away and hop on my phone, and I try not to do the research. I'd rather figure it out on my own versus going to, I call it the textbooks, but now it's the phones.
Yeah.
But not very often anymore do I go back and look things up unless there's specific torque specs that some things need, because sometimes torque specs do matter a lot depending on the job. Yep.
Do you think they're purposely making cars harder to fix on your own?
Absolutely.
A shade tree mechanic kind of thing? Or I've heard that from a lot of people that it's much more difficult, and they engineer them that way. So.
Yeah, working on some of these cars is almost harder and almost impossible to avoid the dealership because of all the computer chips and everything that requires. And if you have a computer chip going out, it's either you can't get it aftermarket and you have to get it from the dealership, and half the time you have to get it reprogrammed from the dealership only to make that product work. So they kind of landlocked it like that on the electronic side. But the old school stuff, there's still lots of parts available for those. Those are my favorite cars to work on, the older ones.
It seemed like for a while they were making it harder and harder to find the oil filter. If you wanted to change your own oil filter to get in there, they would have it. You had to go over, under, around, and through stuff just to get to the oil filter.
Yeah, it's like playing Twister on a car.
That's I had thought of that, but that's actually a very good representation of the whole thing. So.
Some of them are really tricky, just the locations, and actually trying to find it, because almost every car has a different location, whether it's in front of the motor or on top of the motor or behind it, underneath. It can be anywhere. Sometimes that's when I got to go back to the easiest thing, easy as an oil change, that trying to find an oil filter, because I was feeling around on the engine. It's like, gosh, it's not where I should be. There's actually cars. I came across a car once that didn't come with an oil dipstick. So when you change the oil on it, you actually got to go inside the car and read the digital reading, and it'll tell you how full your oil is on the dash and not the dipstick.
Oh, really? I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. Fancy. I don't like those.
Who was the lady I saw you with here?
That is Selena. Yep.
And where did she go?
She had to run off and grab the kids from school quick.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, we tried to sneak in here before bringing them down and get some pizza, but I think we're going to end up ordering some pizza because you guys just teased my taste buds. And I love the pizza here. It's so good.
Oh, Joe does a great job. We had to talk with Joe. So what's your favorite? We got Joe's favorite is meatloaf. What's your?
I'd say the Joe's special with jalapenos on top. But on top of the cheese, though.
Interesting.
Yep.
So here's something here. The Joe's special with jalapenos on top. I've tried it. I love Joe's pizza with jalapenos on top.
Oh yes, indeed.
I try to avoid jalapenos. I don't want to do guys.
Not a problem. What is the vehicle you're working on right now, Eric?
I am working on a 1998 Oldsmobile agency doing all new brake lines on it. There's absolutely no brakes on it, but so I'm rebuilding all the brake lines and wheel cylinders and going through and bleeding everything up. So it's a pretty big project on something like that. Very rusty.
Then you're gonna turn that. You're gonna.
That's a customer's car.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Ah, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, sure. Thanks for all your help over the years.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to have another story night sometime. So.
Yes, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been on that.
Yeah.
How long has the podcast been going now? Are we on like year?
This is actually the third year. This anniversary, the 156th show.
Oh, really? 150?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is a milestone.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
The next two will be because of Christmas and New Year's. The next two will be taped.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So I do the Christmas show next week, and then Dale does the New Year's show. Listen to Dale's is much better.
Only 7 more years to go. So our 10-year anniversary. So,
Right. That's awesome. Well, I enjoy you guys' show. I listen to it every single Monday religiously. I don't know why. I mean,
they mention your name every week, see? So that's kind of nice.
Maybe that's what it is. It's the little victories, right, Jim?
That's right. Exactly.
I enjoy it. It really is, and the community happenings that you guys do, and everything you guys talk about. You guys are comedians, really.
We're not just funny looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was talking with Dale's wife beforehand, and Dale's mentioned this more than one time. You know, if we didn't do the podcast, we would just go to breakfast and talk like this.
So we might as well do it in 2
Might as
microphones.
well record it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
It's good community engaging. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you very
for
much.
listening.
Thanks,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Appreciate your
Merry
coming.
Christmas.
Christmas, too.
yeah.
Good to see you. This is Steve Brown Arts Center Podcast Network. Make sure you.
Well, obviously, that's still amazing to me what he can do just by touch. You know, because to me, I look at a car and I think of. I took my bicycle brakes apart once as a kid, and there's little pieces all over. I had no idea how to, and I've never touched anything since then. Very frustrating. And to imagine. I think he can visualize it in his mind is how he's able to do it, and then that goes through his fingers and he's able to do this. But I still find it very, very fascinating. There was a man, and I can't. His son was in my class, and the dad was blind, and he worked at Deere's. But they said he could take a carburetor apart and put it back together again, and he was absolutely blind. And
Was that Mr. Hart?
yeah, it was Tony Hart's dad. Yeah, okay. And I know Tony was in my 5th grade class, one of the first years I was here, maybe the first year. And his dad was in a blind bowling league. And they were having a special kind of event, I don't know, it was a fundraiser or whatever. So Tony asked me if I would go and bowl for this project. And so I think it was in Evansdale. It was on a Sunday morning, so I went, and they put a blindfold on you, and then there's a rope you hang on to on the side, and then you go up there and you bowl absolutely blind, and then they tell you what you've got, what you've got left, and then you try to visualize it in your brain, and then you bowl again trying to pick up your spare. And so I did not do very well, but the dad did really, really well. The blind guys really did well. So, and I don't know if they still do that anywhere now, but I had never heard of it. But it was a very, you learn a lot trying to do something like that.
Yeah.
About sight and how important it is. So,
It is. I remember those boys. I had the youngest son in track, and he told me those guys would run home from practice in track.
yeah, because the dad was Ted, I think, maybe. Is that right? Is that
think
right?
so.
And Tony, I don't remember the brothers. He had a twin brother, and I don't remember what he wasn't in my class, but Tony was. And so,
Yeah.
but I think that was the first year I was here. I believe maybe 1974, 75. So,
The years go by.
yeah, they really do. And somebody asked me about something. I said, man, that was 60 years ago. I cannot guarantee my answer anymore. So,
So Dale, you know, I was telling you about the book that I'm reading, the Manifesto for a Moral Revolution, and you came to mind as I read one of these chapters. The Jesuits practiced what they call accompaniment.
Okay, how do you spell that? That's
Accompaniment.
Okay.
It is and let me go to that because now you're challenging me.
Oh,
with
okay. I'm just
spelling.
trying. I don't know the word, I guess.
Joe's back with us.
Yes.
Joe's back with us here. How we doing?
I'm trying to get Carter to come over.
No.
He's busy man.
He keeps saying he's busy, but he ain't that busy. I wish I could talk to about the golf simulators, but I don't know much about them. But
Right. Well, we will. We'll get him out. I'll go over there and ask him.
pull him out.
Yeah.
Now, did you have to do some readjusting to the building, or somebody say you had to dig down or take the 4 hours up there?
You can see where the steps are. We dug down about 18 inches.
Okay.
We needed another foot to hire because of tall people.
Yeah. So my grandson works. He's the greeter. He runs. There's one in Hudson where he lives.
Yeah.
And so he's in college. That's his side job. Is taking the money, and he sells candy bars and pop and that sort of thing too. So but he says they're very busy.
Yeah, there's a code on the door where they can come do it 24 hours a day. And,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they can bring their own beer or wine in, and they can book right online. They book right online and pay for it, and then they get a code sent to them in an email. They come in and any time of the day or night.
It's a wonderful world, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you, it's amazing. I sit there, they sit there and they hit it, and when they're practicing, they'll say it'll go up, it goes straight as an arrow, and it goes off to the right, and they say, okay, this next one will go off to the left, goes up and just off there, but straight, it's an incredible teaching tool. It tells you your ball speed, the height, the distance it goes, as it shows you on the big screen, 10 by 10 foot screen. I wish you would turn it on.
Well, when I got here tonight, there was a man over there, and so I went over and said, do you mind if I watch you take a swing? He thought I wanted to take a swing swing. I said, no, I just want to watch you see what comes up on the screen there and everything. It was just yardage and velocity, I don't know, all kinds of things came up. And so I said, no, I don't want to hit one, I just want to watch you hit one.
The ones we have are they're real good ones. It'll tell you a backspin, if you have backspin or topspin or side
is that
spin.
right?
Yeah, it's an amazing.
Do you understand how it does that?
It shows on the ball, there's a deal that comes down and shows on the ball, and then when it goes, it picks up that spin right away.
Okay.
And then it can tell, and it's very, as far as the distance, it's very accurate to how far it goes. I mean, you got to get used to the machine a little bit. But I've heard of, a lot of people that it's helped their golf game. I don't think there's any hope for mine, but people that, have used it and because of those things.
Well, just the idea you could practice during the winter months, some would be,
and the guy that you saw here he's here about every day. He's really good.
Right?
Yeah,
okay.
Was he real tall?
I don't think he was real tall, no.
Okay.
I did not know who he was, but no, he was taking some swings, but it was interesting to me just to see the readout, because that's what I was interested in.
Do you want to take some swings? I can get him to turn it on.
I don't play golf, and I don't want to be embarrassed in front of Craig Parker. So.
Yeah.
At one time when my back was good, I played. School get out. Dang teachers had all sorts of time. School get out. It was wonderful, Joe. I got to be honest. And
I stayed every night till 5, checking papers and stuff. You high school guys didn't even work.
Talking summertime.
Okay.
Summertime. He's always harassing me, Joe. That I would do. I go in the morning like 6 o'clock and play 18 holes. Be done by like 8 o'clock. Because I could race around. And then I go back and play in the league at 6 o'clock, play 18 holes then at night. And oh my gosh, that was fun.
Yeah.
You know, be with different people, play a lot with Nick Donnelly, Mike Flanders. There was a lot of different guys, you know, that I played golf with. That was so much fun. I missed that. I missed the fellowship as much as anything. You know, that's one of the things you know, when we gather for breakfast on those weekends, you know, I enjoy that fellowship as much as anything. So.
Yep, that's what that's about, just to get together and talk about things, you know. Yep.
Yeah. So, Joe, we're going to have Piper Zeller, one of the artists on here, and I told Carter we want to get him on and talk about that.
Yeah.
So gouge him again when you get a
I'll
chance.
go over and get him over.
All right. So we have with us Piper Zeller from Jesup here, and Piper. Here's how I got familiarized with Piper's work. I was one of the judges in the Jesup Farmers Day art competition, and one of my favorite pieces was Piper's piece like she did with Banksy. We've talked about Banks on the show before. Can you hold that up to the camera there, Piper, so people can see that? It is incredible. I'm so excited to have that piece.
If you change anything, it would be
there's so much in there, Dale. You have to look at that after this. So, Piper, how did you get familiar with Banksy?
Well, I read, it was for a class in like 8th grade. We did like pictures of it, and that's when I first learned about Banksy. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. That's really cool what he does. So I kind of like just dug through more, just seen some of his artwork through classes and like through art classes. I'm like, oh, that'd be a really fun thing to do.
Have you ever? I've never seen any in person. Have you ever seen any in person?
I have not. I wish I could.
Yeah. I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Europe and sort of travel, play piece to piece.
I bet somebody's got a tour together of that, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's some place you could go from here to here to here, and so.
And he has pieces in, I believe, New Orleans.
I think so. I want to say so.
And Chicago too.
I don't know. I know he's done some in different parts, not just Europe, but I don't know for sure.
So do you think the guy that claims Banksy is the real is Banksy?
That's hard to tell. I feel like maybe a little bit, but I'd have to see him like actually work and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a lot of people who claim like, oh, my Banksy.
So, you know, this is what I miss from not teaching anymore when I retired, is I used to be able to ask students this all the time. So we have you here, we can ask.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So are a lot of students familiar with Banksy?
I feel like a lot of the art students have at least heard the name Banksy, but I wouldn't know about any other students, a lot of other students. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I had never heard of him until you were talking about him.
Yeah.
You know, the first time. I was not familiar with him at all. So.
Who has, gotta ask this, we ask this of all the artists, who has impacted, who got you started into the arts?
Probably my art teacher.
Mrs. Miller?
Mrs. Miller, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for her. Shout out to Mrs. Miller.
Yeah.
She student taught under Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
And I know this because I retired the same year as Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown recommended her for the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice when you feel that good about a student teacher.
Yeah.
I think that's great, yeah.
So, what are you working on right now? I see you're working over there.
Yeah, I'm doing another calligraphy piece. It's just a beach scene with the quote. I don't remember. It's just a fun one that I'm doing for fun.
What is your favorite genre?
Probably just watercolor, calligraphy. It's what my most used probably stuff.
What do you see yourself in 10 years from now? What are you going to be doing?
Oh, that's a hard question. I have no idea. No idea.
How old are you now?
I'm 17.
17, okay. And you're a senior year?
Yep,
Okay.
senior. Yeah.
And you have plans for next year?
I'm planning to go to Hawkeye community for photography. So
Okay.
hopefully that turns out.
Yeah.
So 10 years from now, you'll be running a studio here in town.
I was hoping it's a bigger town than this, you know. It kind of has an airport and people coming in and out all the time.
What else are you involved in at school?
I'm very involved in band and choir. Play the tuba for the band, sing for the choir, obviously.
Okay.
I do musical usually. I'm usually backstage for the musical, design the sets. That's about it.
Did you help with this last musical?
I did.
That was fantastic. And the singing everything was very nice. Everything was very nice. So, your band, have you been on a trip? Does your band take a trip? Or,
No.
I mean, my kids went to New
We're
Orleans
going on
and
one this
Chicago.
year.
Are you okay?
Yeah, doing
Nice. Okay. Every 4 years? do you
Yeah,
go?
every 4 years.
Okay. So, do you know where you're going?
We're going to Florida.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where in Florida?
We're going to go to Disney World.
Do you get to perform somewhere?
Not sure.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes, yeah, I would think it'd be a pain to take all the instruments, but I know sometimes they
I
do
don't think
go
we're
and
taking the
perform.
instruments.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're probably not going to perform unless you're hungry around it. Yeah. Well, I think that's great, though.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I think you should be happy.
Thank you so much for showing, and now you brought another piece with you over here. Let's see that one.
Okay, I'll just set it here.
So tell us about this one.
Well, it's part of I was doing theme this semester for like all my artwork, so this is the second one. And it's about young adulthood and like how people can like struggle with control and values, so like very chaotic about it. It was very fun to do.
What motivated you to do that?
A grade. Good grade. But no, I did like doing it. It was very fun to do. I liked the idea of having like all the different parts come together. That was really fun. Because I've never really done anything.
You said young adulthood is a period where people struggle with values.
Control and community.
Control and what?
Community.
Oh, and community. Okay. Yeah. It's tough being young, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel sorry for you guys. I can't wait for you to get older. No, it's a tough world, you know, to try to figure out now, especially with everything changing so quickly, and trying to figure out, you know, what am I going to do that's going to be there for me and that I can contribute to, and it's changing fast. So, good luck to you. I think you'll do well, but it's tough, and people need to realize it is tough.
It is.
Probably before you leave, I saw some of your family here earlier and they left. Tell us about you. Let's do some shout outs here in case they're watching. Come on, who is here? Who's all in your family?
My mom and my stepdad were here, and then my 2 younger siblings, and then my older sister were here.
Okay.
And then my art teacher.
Mrs. Miller was here. I did see her. Yeah. Well, too bad we didn't get a chance to talk to her. I'm glad she came. That's cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
For being on tonight and for showing tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Piper's Deli. So, the deal you talked about a struggle for young people, and I was talking about accompaniment before we
Okay,
started.
sure. Yeah.
And accompaniment, let me go to that. Bloviate here, Dale, for us. Bloviate.
Okay, while you're looking for something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to
Well,
give you a definition.
I had written a few notes here about pizza, in case people want to know about that 3 billion pizzas are sold every year just in the United States. So it averages 46 slices per person. So you have to think about your own life and whether you think you eat about 50 slices of pizza every year. And pizzas have been actually eaten for centuries. The armies of the Darius and the Greek armies, they had these big shields, and they would, I guess, hold them over a fire, and they would bake this thin, flat bread on their shields, and then put toppings on it of olive oil or herbs or whatever they had with them, and eat them. And they were a cheap thing, and they could even eat the plate, which made it very handy for an army. And so, the 18th century Naples is where it really started coming around. And so, and then we talked about this Queen Marguerite, who they made her a pizza. The pizza was mainly for poor people. Naples went from 200,000 people to 400,000 people in about 20 years. And there were tons of poor people wandering around, and so they started selling them. These guys, they would have a store, but they would have boxes of pizza they would carry around, which is flat bread. And so for just a little bit of money, you could get enough for breakfast, or you could feed your whole family at supper. And so it was really something that poor people ate. And sometimes they would just had garlic, lard, and salt on top. And so they've come a long way since. We talked about the discovery of the tomato in the New World and how they started adding tomato sauce to the pizzas, and that's what really changed them. You know, I think Jim is ready here, but pizzas were scorned by food writers, and Samuel Morse, who invented the Morse code and the telegraph, described pizza as a species of the most nauseating cake, covered over with slices of pomodoro or tomatoes and sprinkled with little fish and black pepper, and I know not what other ingredients. It altogether looks like a piece of bread that has been taken reeking out of the sewer. So cookbooks in the early 19th century didn't even have pizza in it, and so not until Queen Marguerite decided that she really loved pizza that things changed for pizza. And of course, a lot of it coming to America came with all the Italian immigrants that came over, but also the soldiers that were there in World War II ate a lot of pizza while they were in Italy. When they came back, they were craving that, and so that was kind of got it started. And in 1960, Tom and James Monahan founded Dominick's in Michigan, and after winning a reputation for speedy delivery, took their company, which they renamed Domino's, nationwide, and they expanded clear across the country, as a lot of their competitors did also. And then they started making frozen pizza, which gives everything, because pizza crust is supposed to be made fresh, but they started selling frozen pizzas, which made it even more popular. And so pizza, as we said, billions of slices of pizza eaten in this country every year. So it was quite the deal.
So Dale, your favorite frozen pizza?
Oh, well, I guess I don't eat much frozen pizza, but I like the one where they ask you to bake it at home. It has the thick crust, and I don't want to ask him about frozen pizza. He probably hates frozen pizza.
I can tell you quite a bit about it.
So we have Carter with us. He runs Joe's store here in Jesup. Carter, thank you for letting us do this tonight.
You bet, no problem. I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah. First off, tell us about this incredible golfing opportunity that you guys have in your back room here.
Yeah, in May, we decided we'd open 2 golf simulators here in town, something to do on the weekends, kind of with your friends.
What's that?
And there just wasn't much in town to offer, so it's BYOB, you can bring your own beer in, play golf, and
Say again?
Tell us what this machine does for you. I saw a guy take a swing, and there's a printout that comes up on the screen.
yeah, it's cool. It's all digital, so I mean, it'll tell you ball speed, and it'll show you flight and everything right on the screen. So you can help you get better. It's for all skill levels.
So you have regulars that come in
there's
get their game ready for the spring. And
Yep. I got members that play 2 and 3 times a week.
Okay.
Keep their game dialed.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Do you play?
I do. I play quite a bit. Usually about 100 rounds during the year.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
That's really good. So you put a quarter in the slot, or how does it work?
It's all online.
All online?
Yep, cjswingstudio.com, and you can book per hour. It's $30 during the week and $35 on the weekend. And it's not per person, just per hour. So you
Sure.
can 10 people if you wanted for an hour. It's still $30.
Just take turns swinging or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can play full 18-round courses.
Oh.
A lot of courses like famous ones like Sawgrass and Augusta and stuff like that. So yeah, it's real cool.
My.
So it's more than just fixing your swing. You can do a whole lot with that.
Yeah, yep. You can play full rounds and everything against your buddies or. Yep.
That's pretty neat.
As fast as I played, I could get 36 holes in an hour real easy.
Yeah.
And, because you don't have to
walk
go
up to the ball. Yeah.
That's the best part. You don't have to chase the ball around.
Yeah.
It's not a good shot.
So if you hit one off to the right, can you just wipe that out and get a mulligan? Or?
You can use mulligans. Yeah, it depends. Who you're playing or if you're playing for something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could, didn't you?
Yeah, you could gamble.
You could gamble if you want to,
Right
but
on there.
that's probably illegal.
I don't want to know about it.
Yeah,
but-
we don't.
Where did you get your machines from?
I have my dad has a buddy that was telling me about it, and he's got full big buildings with bunkers and stuff inside, and it's in Seattle. So he owns a couple of them, and he's like, "Hey, that'd be real cool." And his dad was telling me about it. I like to golf, and I was like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
So it took me a couple hours to talk my dad into it.
Well, sure.
To do it with me, but
Old people are hard to.
yeah.
So how long have you been involved in the pizza business?
I've been doing it 10 years now.
10 years?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't look that old, man.
My hairline does.
Is that a family hairline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the same one.
Blame him.
I do. Yeah, but no, it's been fun. It's nice. It's not like I have a real job. I just make
So you
pizza.
enjoy, 'cause that's what he said too. That he's, that he enjoyed it. It
Well, he
wasn't like
enjoys it
work.
a lot more now because he's not here ever. So,
Yeah. I was telling him I came in one day. I was a few years ago when he was working back here, and I was just surprised to see you. I thought he was completely out of it. So
yeah, we try to keep him out of there now just
Yeah.
because he's kind of lost his touch.
Yeah.
He still makes a good pizza. It's just
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah. No, I walked into Farmers State Bank once and Sparky Drew was working there, and I thought, oh man, something really bad is going on. But he was just visiting, I guess. But I thought the economy had collapsed.
So how many people do you think use your machines a week?
We book out 20 to 30 hours a week, and we can. It's for members. It's 24 hours, so they could type a door code in, come in, play at midnight, 11 o'clock, whenever they want.
Oh, my
They just book it right online, and
Yeah.
it's all help yourself, and there's detailed instructions right on the papers there, so anyone can use it.
I miss golf so much. I was telling Dale when I was teaching, summer would come, I play 18 in the morning, 18 in the evening.
Yeah, it's fun, but it makes me mad a lot. But
So it was like your back keeps you from playing now?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
it's amazing to me, like you read about pro golfer like Tiger Woods, for example, the pain and agony they go through. I didn't realize golf was that hard on people, but
yeah,
there's a
push it
lot of
back.
them.
There's a lot of movement in the swing and stuff.
Yeah.
There is.
So
It is. I got more fishing done. I get more fishing done now.
that's not so hurtful, is it?
No.
And it doesn't make you as mad, there's no bad.
No,
a
not as
bad
much
cast is going to make you a lot less mad than a bad swing.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. You can find the lure a lot easier than you can find the ball.
Yeah. You think they'd have a tracker in it by now or
You're
something.
right. You're
You know,
right.
that's a good idea. So we could invent that. and
We
so-
could.
I know where all my lures are. They're down at the bottom, attached to a rock or a log or something. And so, but,
We got to thank you for having
Yeah,
for
this is
providing
great.
the pizza
Yeah.
tonight and letting us come in, Carter, tonight.
Yeah, you bet. No problem at all. I appreciate you guys coming in.
The hopefully who's working with you tonight?
You got Blake Rush working tonight
Is
with me.
that what?
Yep. Just a graduate.
3 girls and 2 boys.
I was telling Joe, a lot of Jesup kids have been working in here over the years.
Yeah, I get a lot of high schoolers
Get
in
a
now.
start.
They're all.
And I think you learn a lot having a job.
Yeah.
Some responsibility. And,
Yep.
My youngest,
And I've had a lot of great employees. It's almost all of them are great. So.
yeah.
a little bit younger children.
Which is nice. I think it starts with good education.
Yeah.
So.
So are you able to take much time off during the year?
Yeah,
Or
I take
the
more
wage
than
goes
I
down?
should. If you ask Joe, I try to take off as much as I can.
Yeah, I think that would be important. And sometimes the most important thing is finding somebody that can do it while you're gone.
Yep, somebody can
Otherwise,
drop. Yep.
it's a tough job.
And I got a
so.
little brother now that's starting to work here now quite often, so I go to Manchester and independent stores now more.
Okay.
So.
And how old is he?
He's 19.
19. Okay, so
Yeah.
so he's old enough to get going, isn't he?
Yeah,
So
yep,
he's-
it's about his turn
playtime
now.
is over. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, it's nice to have a family business that can go
Yep.
on and on like
My
that.
sister
so.
does independent, so it's we got all of us into it now.
That's pretty neat. So.
So do you have vision down the road, something else for you, for yourself?
I'd like to probably open one more. I think if we got 4, I'd be happy with 4. And
Yeah.
it's kind of content enough to do then. But
In the same size town, kind of, or like
probably I'd like to
Independence?
go a little
or-
bigger, like Waterloo or Cedar
Waterloo,
Falls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have
Okay.
church?
You got, you know, you have to, like, you know, I talked to your dad about this. You have to find this, you have to find the right place. You have to fall into the right place, don't you?
Yeah. And the right people, honestly. It's find the right employees is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Have you had any thoughts about expanding to the west if the building there doesn't?
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
No, this is pretty big now. It's
Yeah, well,
two
it is,
sides
but,
we
you know,
have,
but I'm sure you had the golf idea, and there's other things that come up,
yeah,
so.
like if I could wake up in the morning, I'd probably do breakfast, but I can't get up before 9.
Yeah.
It's just I'm programmed that way.
Are
Or
you
something.
really?
Something. I can't wake up early.
I know a lot of people that I have, some people I know that like to sleep till 9, so that's
Yeah, I'd like to sleep till 11 if I could.
My dog wakes me at 5. This morning I was under the covers. I thought if I cover my head, she won't bother. And all of a sudden I felt this.
Yeah.
You know, she's got a paw about as big as my hand. She's a giant dog. And I just felt this, get up. It's time to let me out.
Yeah.
You slept enough. So it's about 5 o'clock, so that's as late as I can go.
Everybody's got to pee,
Yeah.
And when you got that dog on a schedule, you probably what you like, I'm sure. So yeah, but you now you can pay for it. So
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, well, Carter, thank you again.
thank you
you,
very
guys.
much.
Thank
We really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah. So.
So, there's a surprise guest in our audience here. He's talking to John Decker right now. We'll see if we can get him over here before he leaves. Mike Sorensen is here, and but we want to get Billy Joe Oldakowski over here. Right now, she's working on the snow over a pine tree. And I don't know if she hears this or not. Billy Joe, do you have a minute? When you get a second, come over here. All right, good. So this is a busy month for Billy Joe. She's showing in M's Coffee in Independence. I'm bloviating here.
Yeah, it's
Dale.
all right. It's all right.
And she is showing here and painting here.
Nice to see you.
It's good to see you. And she is how many sip and paints are you doing this month?
This month I don't have any scheduled for the rest of the month, but next month I have a total of 5.
Okay.
We're doing the melted snowman.
I'm sorry, the melted.
The melted snowman.
Okay.
Yes,
So that's the theme, and
that's the theme. Do you
Yeah.
want to know the dates?
well, sure.
Give me a second.
We can talk about it
I
each
came
time.
prepared this time.
Yeah, we might as well.
Now, and if you get a chance, for our listeners out there, we're having Billy Joe Oldakowski month on our Facebook page. Each day there is a picture of one of her paintings. So,
You can tell me later how to spell all your names because Wojciechowski or whatever is really tough.
Do you want me to spell it for you?
You don't have to
Okay.
right now. We'll get it later.
All right.
what are the dates of your painting
So
sips
the
now?
first one will be Sunday, January 4th at 2 p.m. in Fairbank. That'll be at Outer Banks Bar.
The Outer Banks Bar.
Yep.
Okay.
And then in Dewar at K&M's
What
Corner
day?
Bar on January 11th.
Okay, next Sunday.
Nope, that's January.
The following.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said this following Sunday, 4 and 7 is 11. Yeah.
Yep, and that one's at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. in Dewar?
Dewar,
How you
yep.
spell Dewar? D-U-A-R.
D-E-W-A-R.
Oh, sure. A-R. Dewar.
And
And
that's
where's that?
in K&M's Corner.
Okay, and is that little bar? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Not that I've ever been in it.
And then I'll be in Canada for about a week. So the following weekend on the 24th, Saturday, it'll be at Moe's in Washburn.
M-O-E-S?
M-O-S.
Moe's in Washburn?
Yep, at 2 p.m. Then on the 25th, which is a Sunday, it'll be in Maynard at Woo Woo's Bar on Main.
Okay, woo-woo.
Woo Woo, yep, W-O-O, then W-O-O.
Good pizza there. Good pizza.
Oh, yeah.
At 2
delicious.
p.m.?
That one, yes, at 2 p.m.
And that's in Maine, right?
Yep, in Maynard.
Okay.
And then on January 31st, it will be at Dunkerton at 1 p.m.
And we're at Dunkerton.
That will be at it's called The Store. That'll be at a bar too.
Okay, I hear it all. Okay.
That's another one my cousin owns.
We talked about that in
Yeah,
our
before,
interview.
yeah. There's all these relatives that own bars. So,
I came from a big family.
I know, but it's wonderful.
She's the youngest of what, 8? Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can mention these every week on the podcast.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome.
Let people know when they can come.
Appreciate that.
That'll be great.
So if I can ask without embarrassing you, you're going to Canada for a week. What are you
Yes.
guys doing in Canada?
My nephew is playing hockey. He plays for the Midwest team and the Dubuque team. With the Midwest team, they won 3 different tournaments in California, Colorado, and Texas. So they got invited. So I got invited.
Wow.
I'm excited. I got my passport and ready to go.
Cool.
Not sure if I'll come back, but there's gonna be snow, and I
I hope
love
they let you
snow.
back in the country.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just right over the border we're going to.
Oh, is that
so.
right? Well, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
We got 12
It doesn't.
inches in the game. Yeah, you're in Canada. So.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they'll let me back in the time. If not, I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. Are you putting a little bird in the tree, or?
I am.
Okay, because the little red would just pop right out. That'd be nice. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
No,
Put a little
no.
bird in there. I might put it in the tree, or it might be on the fence.
Yeah, well,
It might be on the
you
line.
may do what you want. See,
That sounds good.
That's all of a kind of deal, isn't it, Billy Joe?
Yes, very kind of you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it is.
Yeah, so
Yeah. You know, for your
I try
kindness.
to get along with people.
You do.
and so-
You know, I was painting a cardinal the other day on a window. You know what it reminded me of? Donald Trump's hair.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's kind of feathered
Swept
back, and it's...
yeah.
It does. You
Yeah.
know, you mentioned it. Yeah.
I never would have thought of that. See, that's why I'm not an artist.
I never would have thought of that either, but that's the only thing that came to me at that second. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is kind of like Donald Trump's hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I won't say anything.
No, that's all right. That's all right. So, Bill and Joe, we asked Piper this, and we're going to ask you this: who influenced you into the arts?
Happy little trees. Okay.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, my grandpa was an artist too. He designed the very first Blackhawks logo, and then I just found out he did something with the Waterloo Police Department logo too. The Waterloo Police Department logo. I guess something that they had on there.
They had a dragon.
Yeah. He designed the dragon.
The first one? Because I know there's some controversy about it.
Yeah. He did a lot of that. So yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you got very intricate. I remember looking at that every time I was arrested and just seeing that dragon. So,
Now you're gonna know where that came from, right?
sure.
You're gonna
So,
think
yeah.
of me every time you're arrested.
There you go. There you go.
Hopefully it's not too often.
I'm going to find someplace else to go now. See, so, but, yeah.
Another pizza so you guys can help.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I would like
All
to
right.
try a piece too.
What?
I would like to try a piece
Okay,
too.
what kind do you want? I think I got cheese and
Oh, I didn't see it.
There they are. There you go.
No, I'm waiting.
So,
That's right.
What kind is it?
Pepperoni or cheese?
live on the air. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Thank you.
good live on the air.
The pizza in here smells so
Oh,
delicious.
we were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about
Very good aroma.
Yeah.
Because usually it smells like telephone company when we do our podcast. See, so,
Yeah.
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 So, Billy Joe, thanks for being with us tonight.
I
And-
actually enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Good. Well,
It's either I'd be painting here or painting at home downstairs in my little dungeon.
yeah. Well,
all right.
you probably come paint here every night if you wanted to.
I would love to.
So,
I don't know if they like it, but
I'll bet you Carter would set up a sip and paint here.
Yeah.
With
oh,
yeah.
you know what? I bet you I would love to do that.
yeah.
That'd
If
be-
you get a
that'd be-
chance to talk with him
Yeah.
before you leave, the young man.
Oh, in there?
The young man.
His
there,
son,
yeah.
his son runs this place.
Oh,
So,
okay.
just,
Oh, very
all
good.
right. Well, thank you
Sure,
again.
I said, Joe's Pizza right on this. Yeah. So,
We have one more guest before
Do we really?
we
Thank you.
close out.
take your pizza with you. We'll eat it.
I definitely.
Thank you.
If you can bloviate,
I can do. I can tell stories
I'm
here.
gonna get
Okay. All right.
you're gonna go over and ask Mike to come over.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Jim, what would you call a restaurant that only serves crabs and pizza? Crabs and pizza.
A crab pizzeria.
No, it's a crustacean. Crustacean.
All
Okay.
right.
And a fake pizza would be called a
Fake pizza.
fake pizza.
Possessed.
No, a pepperoni. See, these are great things.
They are.
How, if your pizza was broken, how would you fix it?
I don't know.
You'd use tomato paste.
They don't think they can live in that.
See there? These are
These are too good.
Okay. Okay. Will my pizza be long?
What we do in the summertime.
No.
No, it'll be round. Okay. If Joe's Pizza was on the moon, what would it have?
It would have cheese.
No, it would have great pizza, but no atmosphere. Tell me, there's a pizza chain that spreads germs all over their pizza. Do you know what pizza chain that is? Germs all over their pizza.
Germs all over their pizza.
Yeah.
Germany.
No, Little Sneezers. See, these are, okay. How does King Wenceslas like his pizza? I'm getting some very puzzled looks here, man.
How does King?
Good King Wenceslas, how does he like his pizza?
I know the song and I can't remember.
Okay.
How does he like?
Deep pan, crisp and even. So, all right. Okay. And then last one. How do you know if a pizza is from Chicago, if it's Chicago-style pizza?
Deep dish.
All right, start shooting as soon as the box is open. See, so.
That's it. That's a Republican joke.
Well, I don't care where they come from.
All right.
So, okay.
All
right.
I need to get. I need to go get it.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Grab him, and I will stay right here, and they can just look at my face if I don't have anything to say. So, now we have one final guest we want to talk to, and Jim is going to go rescue him from whoever he's talking to, and I'm sure he'd much rather come and talk to us. But, we've enjoyed these live things are different because sometimes it's noisy. And Blake is eating, I don't know, how many pieces of pizza have you had, Blake? 5? So getting him at the pizza place was a little dangerous, but it has worked out really well. And so here's a guy, he's all number 8675309. I remember that
Phone number I
song.
remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember my own, can't remember my wife's, but I can remember this one.
Well, that's a good song. So, who did you say that again?
Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy Two-Tone. So,
I think that was his only hit.
is it Timmy Trumpet? There's a fanfare. They play basketball games now.
And baseball games, I think.
Okay, like
That's when the closer comes out and
Yeah.
they do that song.
Yeah, well,
Edwin Diaz for
when
the
my
Mets.
son played for the Hudson basketball team, the high school team.
Do they do that?
Well, I don't know if they still do because he's graduated.
there
But
you go.
when they won, that's
They
what
played
came
that.
out. Yeah, and the
There
other
you
team
go.
just had to sit there and listen to it because
Yeah, that's something.
and they won a lot of games that year. But yeah, I had never heard of that song before. But I really love
good
that
one. Yeah,
trumpet.
it's a
Yeah,
good
that fanfare. So okay, Jim's back. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, no.
Ask your first question.
No pressure there. Thank you.
You better be good because I got him rolling. You know. So. Introduce our guest. That's the first thing you do.
We have, for the second time, Mike Sorensen. Mike, what draws you to the big city of Jesup tonight?
I heard there was an artist here. I wanted to see John Decker, and I've been talking to him for at least an hour and a half. I mean, and he's got stories. He's a good dude.
He is a good man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Vietnam my time, but I was in Vietnam, so he gave me this.
There you go.
Yeah, so
There.
and I thought the guy had a canteen in his hand, but then there's a tunnel there, so I think it must be a hand grenade that's going to drop down in there. So, but anyway, I thought it was, he had to go here, have this. He said, so he's got a lot of things over there. He's
does.
trying to just to find motor skills involved. I
He's
couldn't do
just
that.
got an eye for everything. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
he's got all kinds of different things over there, which I have zero artistic ability. Zero.
You have your own artistic ability.
Well, drawing, no.
Drawing's
Can't draw.
not
Can't
one
draw.
of them.
No, drawing
You're
would not be
right.
one
But
of
this is
them.
the guy that can shoot a basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, without even looking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
We took him over to our court, though. It took him a while.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. I struggled that night.
we
Are you
put-
still doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Got any dates lined up this year? or-
I've done a lot so far. I'm up to 186 different gyms that I performed in.
Oh, wow.
I was at North Tama last night.
Is that the first time you were in North Tama? I
I've never
saw
been there.
that.
Never been
Yeah.
there before.
You know,
Never.
I
How
thought,
did it go? I'm sorry. How did it go?
Oh, it was great.
I mean, first shot, second try? Or
It's second try in both gyms on my
Okay.
3-point, so it's like I know I was close in the first, and both times the first shot was really good.
Yeah.
But it felt good. I thought, yep, that's in. Nope.
yeah.
Nope. So they just swatted away. It's like,
Okay.
don't you wish you could have shot that shot in high school?
yes, I wish I would have known I could have done this.
I know.
I think I could have got a lot of chicks, just by that.
Well, just, hey, coach, I have a good idea.
They
I'm
can't
gonna
guard me.
shoot-
There's no way
yeah,
I can make the
my-
shot.
And I said, I don't know about that. But I said,
I do all my shooting. There's no one guarding me, so it's
Yeah.
like I probably would have got stuff just doing that stupid stuff.
I remember as a kid, there was a short story in a reading book about the guy's name was Jim. He was on the high school team, never got to play, but every day he practiced and he could hit a shot from the one spot on the gym.
There you go.
And it was the big game at the end of the season. They needed a shot, and the coach put him in, and he stood on his little spot
Right.
and made the shot,
There
and won
you
the game
go.
for the team. And so I always took heart in that.
Everyone's got a purpose
Yep.
somewhere, somehow.
Yep. So,
It amazes me, and I'm starting to see autographs come in. I went for a while, I didn't see autographs on your social media stuff. You're starting to get autographs. So you must have sent a bunch out
I did,
before.
yeah. In October, I sent out a ton. And that was just because there was no basketball going on yet. So I figured I better start loading up and sending out more. And then they've been coming back a lot lately, so which is nice.
Some of those I saw Cheryl Miller.
Yep. Just got her back.
Yeah. Reggie Miller's sister.
Yep.
well, she was pretty good in her own right.
She was.
How do you find addresses for people these days when they're not in the phone book?
I have a couple autograph websites that I subscribe to,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're legit. Because if you just Google Sherman Miller's address, you
Yeah.
might come up with an old address that you're going to get a return to sender. So it's like I don't
Yeah.
ever use anything like that. I go with the trusted ones, and then the websites that I use, I check what other people have sent and got something back. So if they have a success, then I'll piggyback on that and send it out.
Okay. So,
What is what for our audience?
Yeah.
What are those sites?
Oh, you go startiger.com and I do sportscollectors.net.
okay.
Those are the two ones that I use, and one's just for sports and one's for anything. I mean, if you're the inventor of, what was the one I had? I got the inventor of the cell phone. Couldn't tell you who it is, but I have his autograph. But yeah, I mean, just goofy things like that.
So how are signatures? Are they getting more unreadable all the time?
I mean, it's just bad.
So do you have to print below who it is?
So
or
what I do is on the back of every picture I get, I put a Post-it note and I put down their name with my scribble. So that way at least I will remember.
Sure.
At least look at like, who is this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Put down like, because a lot of times it's like it might just be 2 letters or it looks like 2 letters or just a scribble.
I have
It's like
a baseball bat with old Cubs autographs that they autographed, and it's been 12 years now or whatever, longer than that, and I cannot read all of them. I don't remember who all was there, and the signatures don't help at all. So, but they were signing like 60, 70 bats, and
Just
so they
boom,
just
boom, I've been there, done that. Yeah.
So, Mike, if you were to move from the house that you live in right now,
Yep.
How many trucks would you need?
What would you need to move just the autographs?
Right now I'm using up 2 full rooms of binders, picture frames, jersey frames, I mean big stuff. Yeah, it would take a good U-Haul. I mean, at least a U-Haul just for that stuff alone.
Just for that stuff
So
alone.
if there was a fire, you could only grab one of them. Who would you grab?
I would probably still grab. I have my girls' autographed baseballs when they were born. They put their handprint on baseballs. I grabbed that first.
That's it.
The other ones I could purchase. And I can find them. I can't get my first autograph from my daughters. So that's what I would grab.
Well, that's a very nice answer.
And then maybe I might still buy Michael Jordan jersey in my other hand as I'm going down the stairs.
Okay,
now
we know. See, now we know. And that's, which one's in the right hand of the ball?
That's right.
That would be the one where Michael Jordan, the episode where Michael Jordan sort of avoided you.
Yes.
That would
be true. Yep.
Tell the people that story real quick again.
We accidentally were staying in the same hotel that Michael Jordan was up in the Twin Cities. He had a celebrity golf tournament up there, and of course I see him, and so instinctively I just walk up to him, Mr. Jordan, could you sign my jersey? And he just stared at me, didn't say a word, but he knew that there should be security, something that stopped me or something. And I mean, I was no harm or anything, but he did not sign for me, and I got him later on that day at the golf course, but he wouldn't sign because he figured, I guess, if he signed for me, then he'd have to sign for everyone else. There'd probably be a swarm of people, which I get, that makes sense. And 5 minutes later, there were security guards up there that just stay away from. Okay. Like the B team, you could get those guys. Oh, that was okay, but you couldn't stay with Jordan. Which I'm good with that. I'll follow directions.
Sure.
I'm not going to jail for autograph.
Well,
not doing that.
You've done enough. You want to do it again.
That's true. Yes.
What is it? What is it? Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. What was his way of getting autographs? What is that? What is that charge where you got to stay like 500 feet away from people?
Oh yeah, restraining order.
He would get a restraining order just to get people
an autograph on there.
So
I haven't been that bad. Not me. Nope.
You went down. So I was going to go to that Center Point game you were going to go to.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't go.
Because I was the only one in the parking lot. They called it off. But it was on when I left. I left at 10 o'clock in the morning. I got there around noon. And I'm thinking, okay, it's fine. Nope. There's no one here. I go, well, that's always a bad sign. Usually I'm one of the first people there, but usually someone else is there before me.
Sure.
Right.
And there was no one in there. They're going, oh. So I went unbound, and it's like, oh, they postponed it. Dang it. So then I had to go, okay, plan B. Well, what else is around there? Solon was playing about half hour away. Driving from Fredericksburg to Cedar Rapids, perfect roads. Driving from Cedar Rapids to Solon, not so good. So it was like, but they got it in because it was a close, the other team, they were playing Regina, so Regina didn't have to drive that far. So they got the game in, which.
So did you do your shots, or?
I did.
Okay, you just walked in and said, hey?
I did. And I asked them, and they go, well, we had nothing, at halftime you can shoot then. And what was cool was, I'm looking around and I saw Adam Haluska was there, former Hawkeye. One of his daughters was playing. Her name is Jersey, which I thought that's a cool name. I should have got her autograph. I didn't. And then one of my buddies shows up and says, did you know that Ben McCullum, the Iowa Hawkeye coach, is here? I go, is he recruiting or something? No, he's got a boy who played. I think he threw in like 31 points that game too. So I had to go talk to him, and so no pressure. I had to go out there and shoot in front of those guys. It's not my greatest shooting night, but it did go in. It was pretty.
Yeah.
So did you shoot first, or did you go talk to?
So what I did was I shot first, and then I made the shot. Then I went up to Adam Haluska. I said, Mr. Haluska, can you sign an autograph for me? He goes, yeah. You were really good out there. You probably needed a rebounder. I said, yeah. I missed a couple shots in there that I probably should have made. It's like, dang it. So yeah.
And then what about then? Was it hard to get Coach McCall?
No, he was up there just sitting with his wife, just like you and I would be sitting up in the bleachers. So I just went up there and hey, you can sign it, no big deal. And then after the game, I asked the AD, I said, can I shoot a logo shot? And so I'm out there and getting everything ready, and I see Adam Haluska's right out there, and I made it on my second try. He goes, that's more your range, I think.
Yeah.
I go, I don't think so. I'm not that strong. It just happened to go in, which was cool that he saw it and witnessed it.
Well, sure.
But it's like,
I thought he was going to volunteer to rebound for you.
yeah, he should have, because he was a real, much better rebounder than I was.
So did you get John Decker's
I did.
autograph?
I did.
Yeah. He is.
He's the man.
He is, and he has so many prints, so many different pictures that not just Christmas, Valentine's,
Yep, everything.
Do you, be interested. I got to ask him about St. Patrick's. He has done a St. Patrick's. I've seen that. Yeah.
There you go.
So
A friend of mine's picture. He's not here.
So what your plans over? Usually you go to Minnesota over the holidays to tournament up there.
So, actually, this year I was invited to Southwest Minnesota State University in Marshall, Minnesota, to perform.
I have been there.
I have not.
Yeah, okay. It's a long ways away.
It's 4 hours and 22 minutes from Fredericksburg, Iowa, so I will be driving up Friday night, hopefully stopping somewhere. I'm thinking Esterville.
Yeah.
See if I can shoot there and then shoot up. I think it's an hour and a half from there, which would be fine. But they want me to perform. They have a Santa Claus game on the 20th. And I guess everyone dresses up as Santa Claus, and I'm going to perform at both the women's and the men's game. I can do that. That's
On the 20th.
On the 20th, I will be there. So
Now, you don't have anything between Christmas and New Year's.
I don't have anything planned yet, as of yet, but I'll probably end up
Not
somewhere.
many games, is there?
Usually he goes to Minnesota.
I will go to
is it?
Minnesota sometime. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Usually before January 1st, they have something going on up there, and so we'll see.
Because Molly Greenway plays up there. She's a senior this year.
Yep.
She's going to UK next year.
Kentucky, yep.
Yeah. And there's a couple of those two young kids on that team. That
She's
you
got a
sent
younger
me.
sister.
Molly Greenway does.
Yeah, man's got a girl or a sister that's what's her name? Beckett. Beckett is her name, and she's tough. She's tough. She's just a tinier version of Madden.
Okay, same school, same high
school.
school.
Yep.
They play together.
They've won 4 state titles in a row, plus another soccer championship. So they're good. They have athletes.
Yeah. That's something.
What high school is that?
Providence Academy.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll get you out of here, and we'll get John Decker on here. Then
As
we're
you
going,
should. As you should.
And then we're going to log off for tonight.
Yeah, we're done. So.
Thank
you. Nice seeing you again.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so
guys are
much
the
for
best.
coming.
To get a
You're so
schedule,
kind.
if you ever think, hey, I didn't get a schedule, why, you should let us know. I'd like to come and see you in
There you go.
the gym. So
That'll work.
that'd be great. So,
I love that.
all right.
Thanks, guys.
Good to
I didn't
see
know you just showed up one day and
Sometimes
said,
I
can I
just show
shoot?
up.
Or,
Yeah, they usually can't say no to me in person.
I suppose not. Yeah, that's the best way of going. So, all right. So,
Get in here, Mr. Decker. And we have our third artist of the night, John Decker from Independence. John has been with the Steve Brown Arts Center since the beginning. He was the second artist, I'll be honest, that we showed. We showed Bart Crawl first here in town. And then we showed John at the theater in Independence.
well, he's a guy. The only guest we've ever had is halfway my age. You know, I mean, he's close.
Yeah. John is much better looking than you are.
Well, that doesn't matter. He's about the same age, though. See, and these are life wrinkles. You know, tough times. So, right? Darn right.
So, John, how did you get involved in art?
Yeah, what do you need?
How did you get involved in art, John?
A little closer. There you go. You don't have to do that. Yeah.
Okay, what'd you have?
He bought a paintbrush one day and said, what should I do with this?
I don't know. What are you doing? I'm just sitting watching you fighting. I'm just pissing around.
No, our question
Okay,
is,
what do you want?
my question is, how did you start drawing, John? Or what reason did you start drawing?
Yeah, what about it?
I don't think he wants to talk to you. Yeah.
Well, you don't really have any big, whatever.
I understand, John. I understand.
Okay, let's see. This is fun. Let's go.
Okay. So when you got out of the Army, what year did you get out of the Army? 68 or 69, somewhere in there?
I don't know what the hell I did. I don't even know what. 660. Yeah.
Probably somewhere in the 60s.
80 and 70.
Okay.
218.
Yeah. Okay. And so did they offer you a chance to re-enlist? You remember what you told them when they said that? Or?
Well, I didn't have nothing. That's the problem. And then we took, had the big ones, they come in, and they're going to be big cook. They're all really cool. And they had they got crap shitted on otherwise. There was stuff that they were supposed to do, and they don't have nothing. I hate I don't know. It's
Okay. So would you say it's been an interesting life, though? Let's say it can be a blessing and a curse if you have an interesting life. And
well, I do sixth grade craziness, 78. Went to at least 2,350 paid going into going into God dang it.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, we don't want you to be. We don't want you to have a stressful time here. So we're just glad you brought your stuff, and we think it's really, really fantastic.
I
There's
don't know
stuff
what the
to
heck I'm doing.
Yeah. We'll be that way most of the time ourselves. So.
You are such a great backer of the Arts Center, John. You can let us down at all. And the neat thing is, you've got your own printer now, and I know you're real excited about that. So,
man, this can be something. Like I said, the guy. This one guy, he's one side. He's a smart guy. everything. Mine's got everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But then he got mad. He got made because of. No, I'm sorry, but I don't think he's done yet like they used to.
All right.
You're pretty sharp, man. You'll make things work, John. You'll make things work. So.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well,
Jesus Christ, look, I was supposed to get, how many, you know, this is pissing me off. Now, I've been doing everything everybody goes to do the thing, and yeah. But normally I'm a pussy head.
you know what?
It's got to be crazy.
Welcome to the club.
John, thank you for coming tonight. Thank you so much for coming.
No. Just to say I could.
Oh God! I know, Dale. I've got that picture, and I know Dale. You shared that picture with Dale. Dale really loves that picture.
Thank you very much for this. So, that's great. So,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
So,
we're ready to go. You want to go home? Signature. Gonna put the kid to bed here.
Oh my God!
There you go.
All right.
Oh man!
Yeah, don't fall off the chair.
Be careful.
We don't have any insurance, so. Okay.
I'm for some reason, all of a sudden I was like,
Yeah.
duh.
Oh, that's all right. No
That's all
problem.
right. Yeah.
No problem at all.
One of these days I'll make sure there's.
Your art speaks for itself, John. So, thank you. So,
Okay, what do you want to do now?
we're going to
We're
finish the
sign
show,
off,
and
and
we're
so-
going to get off the air here.
Then we're gonna have a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, if you
All right, go over there and keep trying. All right.
You can get out of there.
Yeah.
All right. See you later. Yes, sir. Don't forget, I need the audience's help to meet 12 artists. I have 5 more to meet.
Okay.
5 more to meet. So, if you'd like to donate to the Steve Brown Arts Center or have an idea for an event, go to stevebrownartscenter.org and follow the link. If you have news or would like to sponsor us, email us at jim@stevebrownartscenter.org or call 319-290-0241. Make sure you watch our camera at Joe's Pizza in Independence. Joe was kind enough to let us have that. Joe was kind enough to host us tonight. We had many guests for this Christmas version. And next week, I have a short Christmas story. And then the following week, Dale has a New Year's story. And then we're back after Christmas at Heartland Technology.
Right.
So, with Dale Rueber and Blake Tempus, our thanks goes to Joe and Carter for hosting us and sponsoring us here at Joe's Pizza. Thanks to the audience for bringing these stray dogs into your house, and remember that each day is about little victories. Merry Christmas.